Are you getting frustrated that you can't separate your home life from your work life? Are you starting to feel burnt out? Are you starting to feel this gnawing feeling that your partner's feeling distant, or are you feeling distant from your partner? Because neither one of you can be fully present and fully together. Someone's always thinking about work and there's zero work-life balance. Are you getting frustrated that you can't simply put your brain on a shelf and leave it in work mode while you're at home and separate the two? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 different strategies and tips and ways to use Feng Shui in your space to help you promote this work-life balance that you desire. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant, and debatably a little bit of a workaholic herself. I have to use a lot of these tips and strategies in my own life because it can be very difficult for me to not be in work mode. Also because I'm so passionate about it, or simply because I'm so passionate about it. But I do know that it's healthy for us to separate these two, and I do know it's best for our relationships when we can find this balance. Daily, I work with the motivated, the successful, and the inspired to use Feng Shui to enjoy their life's journey on the way to their many destinations. Let's dive straight in. I'm looking down here at my notes so that I stay on track. It's wild starting off this video, and as I was creating the content and writing it all down and everything, to think of where are people coming from, where are they at, and it's wild to think that majority of you are probably working from home. I would love to know, please comment below, work or home, office or home. Comment below office if you go into the office, and comment home if you work from home, because I'd love to see the dynamic that we have, and it'll also help me create more videos like this to support you in whichever environment you're spending more time in while you work. But yeah, it's wild to think that the majority, I guess the comments will decide, but it's wild to think that so many of us are just permanently working from home. So many people are their own entrepreneurs or have like a side hustle. So maybe you go into the office, but you have a side hustle in your house. So work can definitely be all around us all the time. Before we get into the first one, I want to make this disclaimer here. I'm going to keep this video focused on using the energy in your environment, on the Feng Shui, how Feng Shui is the study of how your environment affects you. How can we create an environment that helps us promote this work-life balance? But here's the disclaimer. A major part of having this balance is also having and making like daily conscious choices and creating those boundaries and working on your internal energy as well. If it's your partner that's coming to you that says, you're out of balance, man, you like are talking about work too much, you can't turn it off, and so you're kind of watching this because you want to make your partner happy, this is a conscious choice to follow that, to be present and say, I'll write down these thoughts and I will get to this list tomorrow, and for now I'm here with my partner. Or maybe you have newborns and new children, and so you're trying to figure out, you've always been just running around thinking about work, only had to think about yourself, and now you want to be more present with your children. This also takes like aligned action. We're going to use the space to help us, but it takes conscious internal energy effort as well. But why not totally boost our space for it to do the heavy lifting for us? Yeah, let's get into the first one. All right, get those fingers ready to comment me if you can relate to this. In the morning, you wake up, the alarm goes off, you stretch, you yawn, and do you immediately grab the phone, open it, and say, what fires do I have to put out today? Do you immediately look at your emails? Do you immediately look at the meetings that you have? Suppose that's sort of important, but it doesn't need to be immediate. But do you immediately, before you have even like thought about, did I have a weird dream? Or do I have to go to the bathroom? Like, you just immediately grab your phone and you start looking at your work emails, and you start thinking, oh, like I have so many meetings today. And you just, is your first reaction, oh, I'm thinking about work? It is a major Feng Shui no-no to work from the bedroom. Or maybe, sure, you get on the phone, but there's this other level to it where you're like, oh, the bed's so cozy. I just reach out from under the bed and I grab my laptop, I open it, and I start getting straight to work because it's warm and it's cozy and I don't want to leave the bedroom. I can just sit and type here. Major Feng Shui no-no to work from the bedroom. You absolutely don't want to do this. A bedroom is meant to be yin, it's meant to be zen, it is meant to be, I mean, you're not even supposed to have a TV in the bedroom, but everyone fights me on that, but it's supposed to be as much electronic free as possible. We all use our phones as our alarm, so don't go there. But you really want the bedroom to be a place of zen and respite and a place to regain energy. And if the first thing you do is you grab your phone and look at your emails, or you grab your laptop and you open it and you start responding to things, before you even gave your energy a chance to get high vibe or grateful for the day or say any affirmations or just be excited that you woke up, we want to nip this in the bud. Because when you wake up in the morning and you immediately think about work, you're training your body to think about work like in your bed position. So as you go to bed too, you're going to be thinking, oh, this is where I'll wake up in the morning and do it all over again, and I'll reach for my laptop or my phone, and this is the space where I work. We want to separate the two entirely. Second, let me paint a picture for you. So you're Netflix and chilling with your partner. You're so happy you guys are finally rewatching or catching up on your show, your favorite show together. Or maybe you're playing with your newborn and you're there and you're present and you're all laughing and it's so fun, and the dog just ran through and everyone's giggling. And then you're like, hold on one second, I'm gonna get up and go grab a glass of water. And you get up, you're going towards the kitchen, you're leaving the room, or maybe you have an open floor plan, but you're going to get this glass of water and you look over and you see it. You see the pile of to-dos, you see the open projects, you see the post-it notes everywhere, then you're starting to think, oh, I've got all these meetings tomorrow. I have 17 projects open. Oh my gosh, I have all these invoices to do. Or maybe you see this like glimmer from your laptop light, or you hear a new email ping in and you're like, oh, I just gotta go check it really quick. I just have to go check to see what that email is. Who could that email be? Nope. You also want to create a clear delineation here. This one is a little bit more heavy on the people that work from home, but whether you go into an office or you work from home, at this point, I think most people still have like an office setup, or maybe you just have all this side hustle stuff or even like tax stuff. There is a desk with projects and reminders of to-dos, things and items and imagery and stuff that takes you out of being present with your loved ones. You gotta have a clear delineation here. This is where those screens come in. This is where those room dividers come in. There is this great product that I got from Pottery Barn when I started feng shuiing from my apartment in Dallas. And so I just had one open space, right? Because I wasn't working in my bedroom and it was a 1-bedroom apartment. So the living room, the kitchen, the office space, it was all in the same room. And it's this device that is an extender, and it's a room divider that like collapses, which is pretty awesome. And it can hang a curtain. So if you don't want to drill into the wall, if you have really high ceilings, if you just hate the ugliness of the room dividers, you can get a really pretty curtain or a sheer curtain. And this, I'll try and put a picture up of it here. Without nails and hanging anything, you can create a room division that way, and you simply have this nice like textured fabric dividing the room. But you really want to create a delineation between these public spaces and work, to-dos, hearing computers ding, the glimmer of your emails notifications, or all of these piles that likely are not super organized. And then you just think, ugh, I wish I was more organized. Number 3, strategy on how to create more work-life balance. So here's where the people who go to an office really have an advantage. You have this time in the car where you're driving home to slowly put that brain on a shelf. We all know, especially if we're passionate about our jobs, or maybe the opposite end if you don't like your boss, your brain, it takes a minute to wind down, right? It takes a minute to have that transition. You can't just shut it off. And so a drive is actually awesome because you can put on your favorite podcast, or you can call your coworker and gossip. Maybe don't do that, but I know how it goes. You have this transition period of, it's easier for you to put your brain on the shelf. But sometimes your drive, unless you're in Texas, where, oh my gosh, so many of my coworkers at the time, they had like 45-minute drives home, which is insane. I never understood how they did it every day. Some of you maybe only have like some time on the train, or like a quick 10-minute, 15 minutes in between. And then the people who work from home, I mean, their transition is simply like, I shut my laptop and now I'm supposed to just be turned off and like go cook dinner and go hang out with my children. Like, I'm still just thinking about so many things. So something that will help you in this transition is creating a ritual of a transition, if you will. And for this, I'm recommending using a scent. I particularly love this Sacred Space spray by Zen Jen. If this video is going out in November, and I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there's the Feng Shui box. There, I had a limited quantity. More than half of them are already sold out. If you're watching this video, grab one now. I think there's only like 9 left. And in that Feng Shui box is the Zen Jen Sacred Space spray, but you can also get this separately. She's great. She hand makes these. She was a friend of mine. It's a proprietary blend of essential oils. It's a handcrafted room spray. You can also use incense. You can also use sage. You can also use like an essential oil. I like this though because it's just really easy to squirt rather than finding a lighter, finding incense, putting it all together. You want to create this scent transition. So if you're getting in your car to go home, you would put a couple of sprays in your car, and this scent, particularly why I'm recommending this one, is one, I know it's all clean ingredients. I really don't want you to use like a chemically spray. It's a variety of ingredients that are very grounding. It's very earthy, somewhat spicy, but I don't want that to deter you, but it's a very grounding energy, or a grounding scent. And when you're grounded, you have a more ability to be present. If you and when you spray this in your space, you're signaling, that scent is going to signal to your body, I'm here now. Okay, we are transitioning the day. We are changing into home mode. That grounding scent helps bring you back to center. So that's why I particularly love this. There is a reason I put it in the Feng Shui box. I use it in my spaces when I need to like come back. When after work, I'm just like in 72 different idea modes. This helps you come back to center. You can spray it in your car if you're somebody who drives into the office, or at home, like when you're changing your clothes, like you've shut down your laptop, you've put it aside, now you're getting ready to go cook or go connect with your children or your significant other, or maybe you're single, ready to mingle, and you need to go start swiping on the dating apps, but you need to switch into that sexy date mode. You spray this as you're changing your clothes. Spray this. I think changing your clothes is the best because maybe it's not right after you shut your laptop, but whatever works for you during this, okay, I'm going to wash my face and take off all my makeup and now I'm just gonna go veg out. You know, in that transition period of when you're switching, spray this, come back to center, or in the car. It is amazing, and that scent will trigger you and give a signal to the body that we're switching into this home life mode. Number 4 is similar or in line with number 2. Number 2 is about delineating your space from the public spaces in your home. Number 4 is whether you are coming home from an office or you're working from home, you want to really look at where you're piling all of your stuff. So maybe you don't have a formal desk, but you certainly have your office bag, your work bag, your laptop bag, your keys, like all this stuff, the planner that you take to work, everything that you take before you go into the office. Where are you piling that stuff at? Most people pile it right at the front door. If your front door is far enough away where you're not like looking at it a lot, that's okay. I kind of like that because it's, as long as it's neat and orderly and tidy, it's a very like convenient, it makes your life easier technique. But a lot of people park in their garage and then they come in through this garage door and there's usually like a kitchen island there, and then they just pile all their stuff on the kitchen island. The kitchen should be this happy, abundant place where you have family and friends and you're maybe not every day during the week, right? But it's another place where you're getting into this family mode. You're getting into this, I'm giving my body healthy fuel and re-energizing mode. And if you just have this stack of stuff, of to-dos, I mean, let's be honest, we all just like throw it down. You gotta find another spot for it. And if you say, Jeanette, well, I don't have another place. Check out if you have a coat closet that you can put a console table in, that you can put maybe like a bin drawer of some kind, and you can put things in the closet, and the ritual will be that you shut the closet door, it goes in with the coats. See if you have some kind of shoe, what's the word? Like not cubby, but shoe console that is something low. You sit on it and the lid opens and you can put your stuff in there. Ultimately, or go ahead and put it neatly and nicely by the front door, but in this kitchen, hanging out with family, promoting love and yang and health and abundance energy, if that pile is just a mess right there as you're trying to have a family dinner or a romantic date night dinner at home, that is not gonna help you put your brain on the shelf and leave it at work. So number 4 is finding a different spot for your work pile. Number 5, tell me if you can relate to this. Is there a song that you hear and you're just like, woo, I am ready to party. This is exciting. Like, let's go. Pour the drinks. Let's get going. I am ready to dance, dance, dance. I'm ready to see my friends. Like, is there a song like that for you? I can think of a handful. I know there's gotta be a few of you that can relate to that. Or is there another song on the flip side where you're like, absolutely not, turn it off. I cannot hear this song. My ex dumped me to this, or this was me and my ex's song. I'm immediately sad, immediately no. Songs and music trigger us into these memories, into these modes. There's signals to our body as well. I want you to grab your phone and whatever music you listen to, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, YouTube, create a playlist that's called I Am Balanced or Work Home Life Balance, and I want you to add music to it, whether this is your go-to genre or not. Similar to how people have like workout playlists, I want you to create a I Am Balanced and Zen playlist. I immediately think of frequency music, like 428, 532 hertz music that is like this sound bowl music that sends out the vibrations. There's no words, so I don't really have to like listen or sing along. It's just sort of this frequency in the background. Or classical music, lo-fi music. Create a playlist that is a emotional trigger, and again, it signals to the body like, okay, I'm transitioning into this part of my day. And then if you want to go into party mode later, awesome. Workout mode later, awesome. I suppose if you have kids, you could also just put it in kid mode music, but I feel like that's a lot and you still need this like transition of Zen before you get into like party dad or party mom or entertain my kids mode. Put a handful of songs on there, call that playlist work-life balance, I Am Balanced. Set the tone, get maybe an Alexa, a speaker, or just simply use your phone, play it out loud. And as you're changing, as you're going through this transition, even if you immediately come home and you have like a cup of tea with your partner, play that music in the background and it'll signal to your body that you are present again, right? You are here, you're listening, you are getting into this zone, and you are leaving work at work or in the other half of the living room if you work from home. Which one are you most excited to try? To recap, 1, big feng shui no-no, do not work from the bedroom. No, confuses the energy. Number 2, delineate workspace from living spaces. Get that screen, get a curtain, try and divide it as much as you possibly can. Number 3, create a scent transition, a scent smell trigger to switch you into that balance mode. I love this spray. Grab your feng shui box. Number 4 was also look at where this dumping ground is. Is the work dumping ground of bags and coats and things right in front of you when you're trying to eat, sleep, just simply enjoy time with your significant other or family while you're watching TV? Is it right there shouting at you? And number 5, similar to a scent trigger, sound trigger. And these are good triggers, guys. Sound helping you transition into this balanced, calm, present, centered space. Like this video if you got just a little bit out of it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you also are alerted for more feng shui and mindset tip videos. You're on a roll. How about go and watch this video?